Today, I'm taking you through the full procedure for testing the continuity of a ring final circuit. This is the standard method used to prove that your ring wiring is continuous all the way around. First, get your Megger tester ready. Set it to ohms, the orange section on the dial. And before you start, always zero or null your test leads so they don't affect your readings. Go to the consumer unit. A ring final circuit is usually protected by a 32 amp MCB or RCBO. Now, and this is vital, disconnect ALL conductors, both live ends, both neutral ends, and both earth ends. Every conductor must be loose before you begin. Step 1. Test each pair end to end. Take your test leads and connect them from one end of the live conductor to the other end. Write that reading down. We call it R1. Now do the same for the neutrals end to end and call that reading Rn. And again for the earth's end to end and call that reading R2. Live to live, neutral to neutral, earth to earth, each measured separately. Now use those three numbers to do your calculations. Add R1 and Rn together. Divide by 4. That gives you the expected reading for your live neutral test. Then add R1 and R2 together. Divide by 4. That gives you the expected reading for your live earth test. Write both figures down. These are your benchmarks to compare against later. Step 2. Cross-connect live and neutral. Link incoming live to outgoing neutral. Then, link incoming neutral to outgoing live. Now, go around to every single socket on the ring. Remove the cover, and here is the rule. Always probe neutral first, then live. Take your reading. It should be roughly the same as the R1 plus Rn divided by 4 figure you calculated earlier. You don't actually have to write this one on the certificate. Just keep a note of it. One thing to remember, if there is a spur socket, it will almost always read a little higher than all the others. That is perfectly normal. Step 3. Now cross-connect live and earth. Link incoming live to outgoing earth. Then link outgoing live to incoming earth. Again, go to every socket, and this time, always probe earth first, then live. Take your reading. It should match your calculated figure of R1 plus R2 divided by 4. And remember, if the spur gives you the highest reading of all, that is the reading you must record. Take that highest reading and write it onto your schedule of test results under the column marked R1 plus R2 continuity. And because we have tested live neutral and live earth, and everything checks out, that also proves your polarity is correct. So you can go ahead and put a tick in the polarity column too. 3 steps completed. 3 steps satisfactory. Polarity confirmed. And finally, reconnect everything. Put all 6 conductors back to their correct terminals, live to live, neutral to neutral, earth to earth. Make sure neutrals go to the right bar. Tighten securely, then refit all covers. The test isn't complete until everything is back in place and safe.